You've now started asking the wrong person. I don't know. I can't name you. I think I can only name you. I can only name JFK.
I think it's
No.
JFK.
Didn't someone else die in a who died in a bathtub?
Teddy Roosevelt. No,
Um,
maybe they had to build a big one because he was a big back.
I just of all the things that I could have imagined you saying in that moment and finishing that sentence, saying because he was a big back was not one of them. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, morning.
I know.
When have we just like we're a morning show now, everybody. Let's
Everyone
wake and
grab your
bake.
I was going to say grab your coffee or tea, get into a quiet area and start your day with us. And you said wake and bake, which is actually, I feel very opposite for us.
It's a bit opposite. But what I will say is this is a different episode. So like we're setting the tone because it's a little bit different. We have a special guest. We have some fun things and a bit of a pivot to kind of help people recenter and find a little more peace and creativity. So it makes sense that we're starting things a little differently.
Yeah. But before we get into that, we still have to get into the shit
We
because
do. There's some shit.
speaking of shit, I don't actually think it is shit, but the mud at Burning Man stresses me out, and Burning Man is happening right now. Would you ever go?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I grew up going to like barefoot hippie festivals with my parents with drum circles, fiddle camp in the Catskills, upstate New York. Woodstock is a real
goes
place.
on?
I've been there.
What goes on at Fiddle Camp?
Oh, it's like Fight Club. I can't actually tell you. I almost had my first kiss at fiddle camp, though. That's pretty serious. Almost. I chickened out. Listen, you're not the coolest, bravest kid in the world if you're spending your summers at fiddle camp, okay?
Listen, you gotta do what makes you feel good. If you're not ready, you're not ready. That's
wasn't
okay.
ready. I wasn't ready. I think that I have a pretty open mind and I can be a little woo-woo at times. Burning Man is not for me.
Me too. Me too. I can get down with some hippy dippy shit for sure. I love a good music festival.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can do Burning Man. And I certainly do not know that I could give birth at Burning Man. This woman just gave birth to a child at Burning Man.
A human baby?
She didn't even know she was pregnant.
What? Okay, a cryptic pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like, I would say it was unmedicated, but it was probably a self-medicated labor, and she doesn't even know.
Could you imagine? She said that she just like got up in the morning to go to the bathroom and she started feeling cramps and then
Is this a
things
porta
just
potty?
escalated. No, I hope not actually. I don't know. I hope not. That didn't even cross my mind. That was not even something that was in the realm of reality for me to even think about.
Because where's the plumbing here? Like, where's the facilities? You got to think through the logistics of the operations, and that's vile.
Yes. So she was 8 months along. There were apparently everyone they needed was somewhere on the Burning Man grounds.
Of course.
They said that outside their RV, I guess they were in an RV, outside their
Okay, that's
RV,
good.
they opened the door and they were yelling for help, and there was a gynecologist walking by in his underwear.
As you do.
That came in to help
at Burning Man.
And then they had to take a 3.5 hour ambulance to the closest hospital, which is my biggest issue. I don't like being that far away from hospitals.
No. But having an OBGYN in their tidy whities is pretty close.
I mean,
So,
it's a story to
it's
tell.
right there.
I just couldn't imagine going anywhere, but especially Burning Man, to have a good time or just whatever kind of time they're having. And then, oops, surprise, there's a baby. What would you do if I told you I was leaving to go to Bonnaroo or Coachella and I came back with a baby?
Yeah, I would be like, I would wonder if that's like how you get a better ticket price, like 2 for 1. It's a little BOGO. But now she's gone and she doesn't get to actually burn the man. Sidebar, have you done Bonnaroo as a like patron?
No.
Or have you worked it?
I've only worked. Yeah, I've only been working.
Yeah.
I've
never been.
I don't know that I would like it in general. I don't like general population.
That's fair.
I
That's fair.
I always want a staff access, VIP access, artist access.
Yeah,
I'm
that's how I did
spoiled.
CMA. Yeah, no, it's fair.
And if I can't get that, I'm not going, which is why I
Would
haven't been.
anybody really like trade that experience though?
I feel like it's like they say, once you do first class flights, you can never ever go back. I've never been on first class yet, and I like I can't. I'm not to the point in my life where I can do it every time, so I don't want to do it even once because I feel like
Yeah.
I would be pissed going back to economy. Have you done it?
Yes.
Have you been pissed? Have you gone back to economy?
Of course.
Is it
Yes.
is it humbling?
It's pretty bad. However, we flew business class to Australia. So it was a very long flight. It was very worth it. It was a gift. So like we did not drop 12 bands, but someone else did. Thanks for that. Several things went wrong. And like we didn't get a full meal at a certain like their kitchen vendor, like, and so we ended up getting credited a bunch of credits from like Virgin Australia. So we used it for our next trip. However, it wasn't enough to go back business class, which fine, but we still had like these little cubicles and like lay flat, and I had like a 9-month-old at the time, and so especially with a baby, like imagine the extra space versus being sat next to somebody where you can't even like decide who has the armrest. We had beds, we had pajamas, it was a walk-up bar. Yeah, and then you go back to like section B 21 through 25. You're like in a goat corral. It's not even cattle because you're just like,
Yeah.
it is humbling. It's pretty bad.
I imagine I would be sick. And so I know how bougie I get and what my attitude is like when I walk into a Wegmans. I just like,
You mean your happy place?
yes, I love
Yes.
Wegmans. Fuck. God. They need to open more where I am.
Yeah.
I just feel like God is not ready for me to be a all-time first class flyer just yet.
Yeah.
Because I would be sick going back to economy. My last flight, I booked the red eye at the very last minute, and so there weren't a lot of flights. I mean, there weren't a lot of seats available.
Yeah.
So I had I was in the row that was second to last from the very, very back. But when I got there, it ended up being like the flight attendant stuff I guess they had there. So I was in the there was no one else behind me. But it was a full flight when I picked my seat, and maybe someone missed it, or maybe someone was lying because there was no one in the row with me. And I was so excited because it was across from the bathroom, and it just like I've never sat that far back on a plane before. Can I talk today? I don't think so. Anyways, but the two people next to me ended up not showing up or something, and I had the whole row to myself, and I was so excited because it was a red eye, it was across country, it was 5 hours, and like I have a little bit of flight anxiety anyway, so I was really excited. About an hour in, this girl comes next to me and she's like, "Can I sit next to you? Can I sit here?" I'm like, what am I gonna say? I don't own the fucking plane, you know? And so she plops her shit down, she brings her bag, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a whole thing. But like I have been enjoying my peace back here. I have my bag that's, instead of being in front of me, it's in front of the middle seat, so I can have more leg room. Like, it's fine. She can have more leg room. When I tell you, I don't know what this girl was going through. I want to have empathy for her because maybe she was in pain or maybe she was sick. I don't know what was going on. It was like every 5 minutes she was moving, and I don't even, her seatbelt was off. At one point she was like leaned back and she was taking up both seats and her feet were on my bag, which I didn't appreciate at all. I don't know how somehow she was still like touching me sometimes. Like I was in my seat next to the window and she was taking up 1.5 seats.
Oh my God.
Just because she kept like fidgeting and like moving around and like trying to lay down, and like I get it, it's the middle of the night, we're on the red eye, but can we have a little bit of decorum, please? Maybe I should go back. Maybe I should just go ahead and take the jump to first class.
Yeah, just jump, just do it. You know what that reminds me of is that episode on Summer House when Paige was so anxiety filled that she left her room with Sierra and she went to someone else's, Gabby's room or something, and she like could not get comfortable, and she was just like tossing and turning all night, and she was like, I was just so in my head, and then homeboys just fucking banging boots next door.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Emerald.
All of it. Yeah, we all did. It's really sad. And she was just like restless. It was like nonstop. And she's like, I just need to go home. I want to be anywhere but here. And she was just so in her head. But she was kind of like trapped there. And maybe that girl was like trapped on this plane and could not just get her body to settle.
I do get that. I do understand that. And that has got to be not great, because I don't know that I would be good in a situation like that. But I can tell you I wouldn't put my feet on someone else's fucking shit.
No. No, you wouldn't.
That's all. I did take a picture
So
from it and send it to you.
What's the VIP experience at Burning Man? Because I know celebrities go. So do they have a suite? Do they have like their tour bus that rolls in? They get to shower every night. Like, what does that look like? Because
I don't know.
from what I've seen, it's pretty nasty.
I remember seeing a video of people trying to leave Burning Man, but they couldn't because the mud was so like thick. They couldn't.
Was that
get the
last
tire.
year?
I don't know.
I think they end up having to like evacuate people.
What? And like, why is it? Did it rain, or is that always
Yeah.
how it kind of is?
No. Well, the year, and I want to say it was last year that they evacuated people, there was severe weather. And I think that, you know, between like the wildfires and different things, it just was a terrible, like, perfect storm of all of that. And the conditions were bad. Cars were getting stuck. So if that's, I mean, maybe we're looking at the same year, or maybe that's kind of the norm for that area.
Either way, no thank you.
Because I don't know exactly where it is. I know Coachella Valley.
It's in
NorCal?
Nebraska. No, where Vegas is, Nevada.
Oh. Cornhuskers,
Yeah.
legalized stripper or prostitution, same thing. Yeah.
The hospital that couple went to after their surprise baby is in Reno. But it was 3.5 hours from Reno.
There was a couple there.
That had the baby.
Yeah. I didn't know if she was like 19. I didn't know if it was like, I don't know. I don't hear about a lot of like older established adult women that were like, I didn't even know I was pregnant. They're usually like, yeah, I only ovulate every 3 months, and it's usually from my right fallopian tube. But I do have a slight tilt to my pelvis, so my cervix is thinning. Like, why we sometimes know so much about our bodies, and then men are like, what's a clit? Like,
I know.
that's weird. It's
I
like,
know.
sorry.
This article does not show how old she is. It does not say how old she is.
That's
but her
probably good.
husband was there.
Okay.
And
She had a support person. That's good.
She had a support person. In a matter of minutes, we had everyone we needed. It was the scariest moment of my life, but the most magical, just like seeing people just come together, complete strangers coming to the rescue, which is good. I always do love seeing that. There was a neurologist that showed up, a nurse with experience delivering babies, and then, of course, the obstetrician gynecologist in his underwear who just happened to be walking by.
I love it. Something tells me if they were surrounded by that many medical professionals, they were probably in a decent section of the camping arrangement. Not that there's like a
Yeah, I was going to say, is
transient.
there like a VIP section? I don't even think they have power out there.
Yeah.
Do they?
It's all fire lit. Fire.
It's not for me. I wish them the best. I hope they are having a great
All
time.
the best.
I'm
All
glad
the
it is
best.
not me.
Did they burn the man on the final day? Is that what happens? Yeah.
It could still be happening. I guess it's the weekend. This article was, when is Burning Man actually? Is it still happening, or is this an old article? This article was posted yesterday. Oh yeah, it ends on Monday. So he's still up. Not burned just yet.
Okay. Burn it down.
Okay, so I have identified my latest fun conspiracy theory. It's about Garth Brooks. Have you heard this?
Ooh, okay. I haven't.
Some people on the internet are saying that Garth Brooks is a serial killer.
Okay. Is it Garth Brooks or Chris Gaines?
I don't know who Chris Gaines is.
It's Garth Brooks. Once upon a time, Garth Brooks put out an album in like, I don't know, 98 as Chris Gaines. And it was maybe like contemporary pop or something. And he had like a slight disguise and maybe didn't wear a hat. And that was it.
This is in it. Wait, this is in it.
Seriously?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Yes, this is in it. So as legend would have it,
What?
The internet has convinced itself that Garth Brooks is a serial killer, and honestly, that's not even the weirdest part. Yes, you read that right. A growing number of people genuinely believe that one of country music's biggest stars moonlights as a murderer. This is according to the Las Vegas Review Journal. And all thanks to a new viral TikTok video, this theory is picking up serious steam again online. The conspiracy hinges on Brooks's tour dates supposedly coinciding with missing person reports across the country. The TikTok detectives have been mapping his concerts against the disappearances and convinced they've cracked some sort of criminal code. But it gets weirder. Some theorists claim that his rock alter ego, Chris Gaines, is actually the killer's identity. Brooks created that character in the late 90s, just like you said.
Oh my God!
For rock music for a film, complete with dark hair and eye makeup. According to believers, this is the perfect disguise for getting away with murder.
This is a Lifetime movie. But you know what's really sad is that the most plausible evidence they have is the missing people reports, missing persons reports from those areas. And sadly, that can just be explained away by the fact that he plays in major metropolitan areas and people
always
fucking go missing.
Yeah.
Shit happens. People wander away. How many people have just like fallen into the river in Nashville? Some of that probably is like a disposal situation. But truly, he's not playing in Paw Paw, Michigan at the Warren Vineyards Winery. He's not Tom Sandoval. He played...
Did you see, wait, hold on. Did you see Tom Sandoval on America's Got Talent?
No.
All I saw was one clip.
Does he get booed off?
I don't know.
Then I'm not watching.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Please do.
The video I saw was like, Ariana's group chat must be going crazy. This man has no shame. He has got to stop singing. He must stop singing. He must.
I would rather him sing than play the trumpet if I had to choose. The trumpet's bad.
When did he play the trumpet?
Oh my God. He's played the trumpet for years and in various capacities. I think he played the trumpet on a track that James Kennedy recorded for Sheena Shea. It's an ongoing thing, but I'll need to watch that. I'll
I'll send it to you. It was not great. It was not great. But yeah, missing people go. I mean, people go missing all the time.
People do go
unfortunately.
missing. Yeah.
And you know, if anything in all of this fun conspiracy, I hope that it brings attention to the people that are missing. And, you know, hopefully we can bring some of them home. But it is funny to joke about Garth Brooks potentially being just this like...
That's like saying Hannah Montana has been committing crimes everywhere Miley Cyrus goes. It's just comical because it was just this like funny PR stunt that he did to like stay in character. And people are like, you know what? What if that was the start?
Do you think we have a Hannah Montana in our midst? Like, is there someone that's a celebrity that really is just like out here also living regular life and we don't know? I still think it's actually Little John, but is there anyone else?
Yeah, it's gotta be Little John because little Johnny, little John with those glasses, I would never know. No, I don't think it's not. Well, Princess Diana, obviously, because she's still alive.
She's with Tupac and Michael Jackson for sure.
Obviously, they're doing just fine. I don't know, but I can think of one person I'd like to go missing, and maybe is.
No, possibly. there was a picture of him this morning. He's doing fine.
I'd like to see the metadata. Are we sure it was this morning? I would just let's make sure it's not a screen grab from a week ago, right? How many bruises are there? Let's check.
I did zoom in. I was like, let me see what his face looks like for sure. Because last time he was looking a little gaunt.
I'm a skeptic. I think it's time to switch to the winter shade of foundation for all of us, really.
This is like, is this kind of weird? Like, have we in our lifetime ever been on this? I can't
Death Watch?
Yeah, a presidential death watch. Like, how did we get here so quick? I feel like we're here very quickly. Or maybe I've just been like in La La Land, that's like ignoring the news because I have kind of been trying to not with the news.
So you know what's funny? This is what I love about how we talk about pop culture and current events and what's happening is because there are some certain parallels, and it's interesting to draw these similarities and conclusions. If you are not on Rush Talk, where all of these colleges are going through the sorority rush process, they are posting videos, they're dancing, they're trying to get attention to their particular house and get girls involved. There's themes, there's theme nights, all this stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Several houses in different schools have done these like retro, like theme nights.
It hurts your feelings, doesn't it? Isn't it like 90s?
It does.
And 2000?
No, it's like 2012, 2016. It's like throwback to when these kids were like
2016?
11. Yes. Yes.
That wasn't even 10 years ago.
Correct. But think about it. They were 8, 9 years old. So that
I don't
is
throw a
nostalgic.
throwback party. Oh my God.
It's nostalgic. Right? They were kids. So one of the things that someone commented, and
They were
it
eating
made
Tide
sense.
Pods back then.
They were. They were absolutely eating.
That feels like yesterday.
So what is nostalgic for us elder millennials? What is interesting about 2016, 2012, those times for us? Because it was some of the last times that we had hope.
Yeah.
Truly. Like, it was a time before Donald J. Trump was ever in office, ever in any sort of political power or stronghold within his party. He hadn't really come to the forefront. 2012, 2016, that was a really prime time. And we were also kind of like really, coming of age. We were done with college. We were in our own. And so it's interesting because it's like, oh, now these little sororities are doing this fun, kitschy thing. But why is it impactful? Like, what did it mean to them? But what does it mean to the older generations of us who are watching it going, that wasn't that long ago, but it was a lifetime ago. It was half of their lives. And for us, it was the last time that we weren't constantly in fear of what massive world event could happen because of our incompetent leader.
We were young and dumb and naive, and now I'm sad for Gen Z. Congratulations, Gen Z. Little do you know, this is the last hope that you'll ever have for the rest of your life.
This is it.
It's about to go downhill from here once you realize what
all
mortgage
downhill.
is like.
No, I don't think anyone's ever been on like a presidential death watch like this that I'm aware of, unless it was like Nixon, but certainly not in our lifetime. But
Is Donald Trump the oldest president we've ever had?
I should know that. I think that's true.
I think that's true too.
He's certainly the oldest president we should ever have, because this is ridiculous.
Well, you know who's coming for his ass?
JD.
Gavin Newsom.
Oh, yes, he is.
I'm excited. Gavin Newsom is not
Newsom
fucking around.
could come for my ass. I'm just saying.
So I think that's why people like him. And I saw a TikTok that said Gavin
course.
Newsom is using his male privilege, his white privilege,
Yes.
and his pretty privilege in the way that you should be using those privileges. And
Correct.
it's pissing Donald Trump off.
It's comical, because I think it's like we tried the when they go low, we go high thing, but it turns out we have to go lower.
Yeah.
And lower.
And I think Gavin Newsom is the one to do that.
Maybe.
I need more people to use those privileges as well. To just talk your shit, guys. Listen, talk your shit.
Yeah.
We cannot be afraid anymore. Or just quiet anymore.
Right. Right. I don't think I've ever been quiet a day in my life, but I agree. There's a lot going on. I don't wish harm on anyone, but sometimes the concept, or for the greater good, would be that something happens to prevent more harm to a lot of people in the future. And that's where I am.
Yeah.
Whoever my FBI tail is, please don't flag this. Cool. Thanks.
I imagine that my FBI tail has got to be just like me, or other they would have come after me by now.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're
fair
like,
enough.
these ladies are just fine. Like,
She's got a point.
they're
So
just talking shit.
Yeah. That's what
Just
we
manifesting.
do.
We're just
talking
manifesting.
shit. That should be a segment, an entire segment where we're like, listen, can I be mean for a second?
Okay.
Can I be mean for a second?
Done.
Let's just talk shit.
Let's just talk a little shit.
Just saying. Yeah. Don't put me on the stand, though. Don't put me on the stand because I will have to come with it. Anyway, what else is happening?
Okay, so apparently there's betrayal among us as well. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson have what?
Broken up?
Well, they were never together. It was never real.
Oh no! Was this like for the movie?
Yeah, PR couples are real.
Oh.
I need more people to believe that
Yeah.
PR couples are real.
But have they come out and admitted it? Because others don't really admit it and they just let it fizzle. And I'm like, did they ever like each other?
According to Yahoo, which
Oh.
you're the only person I know that still uses Yahoo. You're keeping this company in business.
According to Summer House Charleston fans at AOL.com.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck was that?
Listen, I still apologize.
That was
Okay? I have my
crazy.
sources. That was crazy. That was some shit. Oopsie.
Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are no longer together, but there was no breakup, says source. The twist is that there was reportedly no relationship to end. According to an exclusive report, the public moments fans interpreted as coupling up were part of a coordinated publicity effort.
So are they with other people?
I don't know. I'm more worried about the young kids' business. I can't worry about this.
You know what's funny is that Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively had a real opportunity to just have a publicity stunt professionalship, and they couldn't make that happen. So
And then it got real messy real quick.
it's still messy.
Yeah. Also, speaking of people who are apparently dating, Katy Perry has been going on dates with Justin Trudeau.
I liked him.
Wait, is it or the
liked
other
him.
Justin? Whichever Justin led Canada.
Trudeau.
What? Who's the one that was dating Jennifer Aniston? Wasn't he also Trudeau? It's similar.
Thoreau.
That's very those. So
It's very
despite
similar.
those being different, when my brain interprets it, it's the same thing.
Yes.
Anyways, she's dating the former leader of Canada, Supreme Leader of Canada. Is that his title?
I don't. Yes. Kim Justin
The
Thoreau.
Supreme. We should just start calling everyone the Supreme. It's fun. Put a little whimsy on
We
it.
have the Supremes, the Justices, and some of them are less than Supreme.
Yeah,
in
I'm actually not
my
fucking with them right now. So
Conjecture.
we need to get some. We need to get a new Supreme.
I know. Or expand potentially, because
But not
there
quite
could
yet.
be
Not
more.
not yet. Right now.
Yeah,
but
not before September 3rd or potentially, midterms. So the other thing is that we could also put term limits on everyone.
Oh wait, I forgot. I was in the middle of Googling whether or not Donald Trump was indeed our oldest president. But yes, term limits.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is indeed the oldest president we've ever had.
When was the last time a president died in office? Just for trivia.
You've now started asking the wrong person. I don't know. I can't name you. I think I can only name JFK.
I
No.
think it's JFK.
Didn't someone else die who died in a bathtub?
Teddy Roosevelt. No, maybe they had to build a big one because he was a big back.
I just, of all the things that I could have imagined you saying in that moment and finishing that sentence, saying because he was a big back was not one of them.
He was our largest president. So those claw feet needed reinforcement. Yes. So John F. Kennedy remains the last president to die in office and the latest to be assassinated, dying on November 22nd, 1963. And before that, it was FDR, who died in office from natural causes in 1945. So,
Yikes, that was a long time ago.
yeah. So we're due. What? Sorry. Don't you think we're all due some good news? That's all I meant.
You're gonna get us put on a list.
Sorry. It's not going to be the business class list, is it? It's going to be the opposite.
That's the list I'm
Opposite
trying to be on, that first class list.
Listen, I apologize.
If the federal government needs to fly me to an interrogation, just make sure I'm in first class.
Absolutely. Get that PJ. I think the FBI does have a private jet.
I'm
They
sure
should. They should.
I think Christy Gnomes took one from the military. Last I heard, allegedly.
I heard she took a couple from the military.
Okay, nope. We're editing that out for sure. Why are you?
You know what I mean?
Worse?
You know what I mean?
No.
Listen, her little boyfriend, who was like a government contractor, and it was supposed to only be for like 30 days, has just been like swiping in with her badge or like walking in, like when you forget your card at work or like your apartment complex. He's been doing that for the government.
Anyways,
bravo.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just trying to get myself away from the travesty that is coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, I'm moving on because you're gonna.
Yeah,
get
please.
Me put on
You got to
the
move
list
me
that
on.
I'm not. And like, honestly, if one of us gets arrested, oh my god, you cannot get arrested. I can't stick up for you if you do because
No,
I just
no,
know
for
you're
sure.
gonna be in there. Oh god, fuck. If we got arrested at the same time and we were separated, all I would be doing, all I would spend my time doing is cursing you out underneath my breath, talking about, thinking about what you could possibly be fucking talking about over there,
100%. Yeah.
digging our hole deep. Oh my god.
Because I can't shut up.
And like that would all that
Here,
you would need
let
to
me
do.
do this. Ready? Here we go.
And I feel like the officer would be like, your friend Callahan told me that 10 years ago you did do that. So it looks like you did manifest something or whatever we were arrested for. And I would be like, why the fuck is this bitch talking about what we were doing back in college? Like, why did that even come up? How did that even happen? Okay, anyways, my latest piece of disappointment is that the New York Times took away the mini. We are no longer allowed to do the mini crossword for free anymore, and I am devastated.
Wait.
I'm pissed
Is it a
off.
crossword or the Wordle?
No, so they have the big crossword, but that's
Yeah.
always been behind the paywall. And then we can do the mini. And it only takes like a minute or so. It's just like a cute little digestible, easy to do crossword. Because I cannot do the New York Times, the regular crossword for sure. And they put that shit behind a paywall. And I would do the mini. I would do my Wordle and I would do the mini every single day. And they took that away from me, and I'm pissed. Capitalism can fuck off.
Yeah.
When the New York Times takes my mini away, fuck you.
This is publication, you know.
If they take Wordle, I don't know what I would do. I don't subscribe to any
Riot.
of their things.
Yeah.
But
I will continue to not patronize them.
yeah, you're never getting a click from me again.
No more clicks. No clicks for you.
That's
I'm
all
so
for me.
sorry. Little sliver of joy. Gone. Just ripped away. I'm enjoying the aftermath of the reunion for Love Island,
I'm
where
not.
Huda continues to be the victim. This time of Andy's bullying, even though he was the most reserved, I feel.
They don't know Andy like we know Andy.
Right? That Netflix NDA. I
Also-
can't say.
I will forever say I can't. It's Netflix, and then move on. You can don't ask me shit after that. I can't. It's Netflix.
Can't get it out of me.
So thank you for Huda for
Waterboard.
giving me that line. Anyways, guys,
Anyways,
we have a treat for you.
yeah, we do.
I hope that you have already waked and baked or gotten your
Yes.
coffee or tea, whatever you're doing this morning. It's probably not even morning for you if you're listening to this, because you can listen to this anytime you want to. But
And you should.
do what you need to do to get comfortable, because we have a treat in store for you. So enjoy.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a minute. We're trying to transition from summer to autumn, new schedules, new things. A lot's happening. Lots happening personally, in the world, in our nation, and it's always a good time. We like to try and take a little break to just focus inward on the things that we can sort of control and find peace within ourselves when there's like very little peace to be found outside of ourselves. So that's, I think, a little bit of our special episode theme today. What do you think, Trina?
And I'm obsessed with it. And that is
Good.
why we have a very special guest today. Our friend Tom is here. Tom is an artist, an event planner, a community builder with 5 years of experience hosting creativity workshops online, because Tom believes that we are all creative by nature, and helping people find their inner artist is a guiding principle of his work, which is something that I personally would love to learn more about
Yeah,
because I
I
love
struggle.
being creative. So, welcome, Tom.
Thank you. Hi, friends. Um, I am one of your few listeners, so we are like, completing our little circle here.
I love
I'll be
it.
listening
You're
to
an ever
myself.
our OG.
I'm
Yes.
obsessed.
Appreciate it.
So we're going to do a version of your workshop, a little bit of
Yes.
preview, so that
Yep.
people can see what one is like. And we are going to talk about a little special something that you have it planned later this year. And we would love to dive right in.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's do it.
So like Trina said, I've been hosting creativity workshops online for about 5 years. And one of the reasons why I feel called to do that is because I have heard from countless people that there's not enough time to make art, there's not enough time to sit and think, there's not enough time to just be a creative soul on this planet Earth in 2025. And it is my honor, my privilege, my joy to create that space for folks to tap into their creativity, and tap into what's going on inside themselves. Because I do think we're all creative. And part of my mission is to demonstrate that creativity can look like so many different things. It doesn't have to just be art, quote unquote art.
Yeah.
So today we're just going to get a little sample. Usually my workshops are like 60 minutes to 90 minutes, leaning more towards the 90s because I like to have that breathing room, but we're just going to give a little sample.
Okay.
All right. And so for anyone who's listening, there are lots of ways that you can participate. First and foremost, you don't have to create anything at all if you don't want to. You can simply just sit and listen and reflect on yourself. Go ahead and think of this as like a little mini meditation if you want to. If you are feeling a little bit creative, you can draw, you can paint, you can collage, you can sculpt, you can dance, you can sew, literally anything. The world is your oyster. Usually when I host these online, I do it in Canva, and I'll share a Canva project that we can all work in together, and that it's
That's a
community,
great idea.
baby. It's
Yeah, that's
community.
fun.
Yeah, and I love Canva because it makes it so much more approachable to just take whatever is in your head and
You're right.
put it on the page. So go ahead and get your materials, get comfortable. Make sure you have something to hydrate. If you need any sort of stim sensations, grab your fidget toys. I have a little worry stone that you might see me spinning in my fingers. So before we get into it, I would invite you, if you feel comfortable, to close your eyes. And if that is not comfortable for you, just go ahead and soften your gaze. And take some deep breaths. Breathing into your belly, letting your diaphragm expand as much as possible. And as you exhale, let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Roll your neck. And start finding your way inward. I'm sure we've all been online already today, checking the news, checking social media, checking texts, group messages, emails. It's probably all bombarded us already today. So let's just take a step back from that and travel inwards. And try to locate your creative spirit. Where in your body does your creative spirit live? What does your creativity feel like inside of you? And if this is a new experience for you, that's okay. A lot of people that I work with don't consider themselves creative at all. And so if you're not familiar with your own creativity, that's okay. I would just invite you to be open to letting it arrive however it wants to, even if you don't recognize it. I'm going to take a sip of water. Take another couple deep breaths and begin to open your eyes. And we're going to start expressing ourselves. So I have a couple of prompts prepared, and these are optional. I'll say the prompts out loud, and then I'll also guide you through the prompt. And this is how I structure my workshops because, especially for people who don't consider themselves creative, it can be really daunting to just see a blank page in front of you. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to put there? I can't draw. Blah.
Exactly.
Like, I've heard that so many times.
What do you want me to do with this?
Yeah. So I like to be here as kind of the inner voice. Like, this is what I want you to think about. This is what you can draw. This is what you can say. This is how you can express yourself. So I'm just here to be your little fairy godmother. Like, don't worry about it. I got you.
I love it.
And also, if you don't want to draw, you can just write. You can just use this as a journaling exercise. You can just write random words. So whatever, like, it's truly whatever. And before we got together today, I sent you both a special treat. I sent you a lookbook with a mood board and a color palette and different keywords. So for us today, I want you to kind of have that in the back of your mind. Alrighty?
All right.
Yes.
So first things first, I want you to visualize yourself. And you can visualize yourself as a body, as a person. If you want, you can draw a little stick figure version of yourself on your page. If there's like a particular shape that you feel like represents you, maybe you feel like a circle today, or maybe you feel like a triangle. Just go ahead and get something on the page to represent you. It doesn't have to be literal. It doesn't have to be a portrait. And now that you are starting to think about yourself, I want you to think about what you look like when you feel the most like yourself. And maybe there's a specific time in your past that you can refer to during this, or maybe it's just an imagination exercise. You're imagining what you could look like if you were to feel the most like yourself. So what are you wearing? Are you wearing anything at all? Some people are most comfortable in the nude, and that's totally radical, dude. So
Wait,
start.
am I supposed to be telling you this in real time?
You can if you want. It can be interactive, or you can just take this time for yourself, and I can just be talking for the next several minutes. So if you feel called to chat, go ahead.
I'm definitely wearing a pair of sunglasses. And,
Hell
like,
yeah.
this is not something that I'm wearing. Maybe I am. Maybe I can say that I'm wearing, like, fresh eyebrows. Like,
Yes,
the
right
day
after
you get them done. You've never met a more confident bitch. And
Oh
I'm
my
also,
gosh.
I might be, like, you also did not talk about location, but, like, I might be walking through a Wegmans. Like, I may have just gotten my eyebrows waxed.
Trina,
And
are you sure
gone.
you don't want to give this workshop? Because I was getting there, honey.
Please continue.
Here. Trina, take
You
the
said
wheel.
use your imagination, and I ran with it.
Yes, no, I love that. Like, where are you when you feel the most like yourself? What's around you? Who's around you? Is there anybody around you?
Who's around you is such a great question.
Mm-hmm.
So really, like, get curious and get detailed about it. Like, really pay attention to what is coming to mind. What is your hair like? Are you wearing makeup? Are your nails did? Like, get really into the details. For me, pink glasses. You see I'm wearing them right now. This has been a signature for the past couple of years. My rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
My little earrings. This necklace, this is a crystal that represents, like, the self. Like, this is what you wear to feel the most connected to yourself. And it worked. Like, I'm not lying. It works.
I actually was talking to my therapist today about my perception of self and worth, and how I've been really focused lately on a physique that I used to have. And she even asked me today, like, why is that like, what do you feel will change for you if you look like that again?
That's a great question.
Yeah. So it's just really interesting, because now I'm like, oh, I'm actually kind of putting some of this to paper. That was like an hour ago, so. Little did we know.
And like I said, you can use words if you want. You don't have to be drawing. What are some adjectives that you would use to describe yourself when you are feeling the most like you? For me, it would be creative, it would be powerful, funny, smart, brave. And how do you express that visually? Like, when I think of myself as brave or confident or powerful, like, what am I wearing? I probably have some heels on. I probably have some sort of skirt or dress, something flowy, something fabulous. Definitely sequins or glitter for me. And as you're working, just want to recall the lookbook that I had shared with you guys. Are there any color palettes that make you feel the most like yourself? If you were to make a mood board, what would be on it? Do you have any, like, fashion inspiration? Are there any, like, designers that really speak to you? One of my good friends is a designer in India, and everything that he creates, I can see myself in. And he actually designed my outfit for the last art event that I hosted in Boston.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed. Jane India. Check him out.
Absolutely.
I'm certainly going on an adventure. Like,
Yeah,
how was that?
are you still in Wegmans?
No, I've left. I'm now in the car. The windows are down. The sunroof is back, and the music is up.
Ah, music. I love that. I
I
need
have
music to
musical
feel like
notes all
myself.
around. Oh, no peeking. Sorry, but there are music notes around mine. I tried to draw a pear because you said what shape resonates with you. I drew a pear, but it looks like an avocado, which I also
No, I thought it
resonate
was a
with.
pear.
It looks like a pear.
That
It's
is a
supposed
good
to be
pear.
blonde hair, but that is very much a halo
neon.
because I'm angelic.
Yeah, you sure are.
It's funny. I was like, I had to force myself to use a different color because I was all in this like green, darker green space, and and then you said, "What's your color palette?" I'm like, well, I think that should tell me right there.
Yeah. So go ahead and keep working on this vision that you have of yourself, this this person or this idea of self that you have on the page in front of you that represents who you are. And for the next part of the exercise, I'm going to invite us to think about what it feels like when we feel the most like ourselves. When you are looking at this version of you, how do you describe that feeling? Are there any words that come to mind to describe that feeling? Does that feeling live in a particular part of your body? I feel it in my chest, personally.
Yes. Yep.
Like heart chakra vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can keep working on this drawing of yourself. And feel free to start going in more of an abstract direction. So when you think of how you feel when you feel like yourself, is there a particular color or shape that you would associate with that feeling? Does that feeling make any sound? Does it move a certain way? When you feel like yourself, does that feeling have a texture? I said this earlier, but for me, that feeling is very much sparkles, like glitter, like little stars, like, and you can see that a lot in my artwork too. Yes, it lives in my chest, and that feeling that's in my chest that I feel is sparkling. I wish I had some sparkling water, but alas. Because when I'm drinking sparkling water, I'm like, ooh, that's also when I feel the most like myself. When I have a little carbonation going.
Wait, you're so right. I do love the bubbles. I should have got champagne for this.
Yes. So we'll spend maybe 2 more minutes
Okay.
working on our little drawings or our words or scribbles, whatever we have going on. Feel free to take a couple more deep breaths. Say thank you to these ideas that have come forward. Whatever you have put on the page, that came from you. You created that. And what is being creative if not simply creating something? You just created something from your own mind, from your own soul. So say thank you to yourself. Thank you for sharing this vision with me. Thank you for trusting me to express whatever we expressed.
Thank you for helping us be expressive today.
Mm-hmm. Truly my joy.
I can tell. I can tell.
Thank you. And you can come back to this later on if you want to spend more time working on it.
Yeah.
Do you want us to share what we have so far?
So during my workshops, we do share, and that
Okay.
is by far my favorite part.
Okay, I'm going to share. Originally, originally when you said draw a picture of yourself, it doesn't have to look like you. I drew this, but you can't exactly tell what it is. Rihanna, once upon a time, had this giant heart-shaped, like, outfit. It wasn't like a dress, but, like, maybe it was. It was just, she was in a giant heart. Almost, like, comical. And these were her little, like, armholes. And that's just what I felt like in that moment. But
I love
then
that.
maybe I'm obsessed with Rihanna, or I was just looking on Pin. I don't know. She also wore a look to the Met Gala one time, and it was this like 2-piece white set.
Okay, yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I was obsessed with that. But then we started talking about our days and what we were doing, like where were we? So,
Well,
sunglasses
if I recall,
on.
you started talking about
That's
it.
right, you did. Lean in.
Sunglasses were on, eyebrows were fresh, at a Wegmans, walking through, getting something. So I'm about to go meet a friend. My nails are done. I'm back in the car. The windows are down. The music is up. The sunshine is sunshining. I have gold jewelry on, especially rings. I'm wearing something teal, and I smell like YSL Libre.
Hell yeah.
And then I drew a picture of the ocean, or what I think was the ocean.
Yes.
And then these were me. This is supposed to be a leaf, and this is supposed to be a flower, because I feel like the wind can just blow and they can be on like another part of the beach with like a different kinds of people or different friends, and then like the wind will blow and then you're hanging out with a different group of people doing something new, and like lots of different things and people throughout this one moment that I've turned into a whole day.
Thank you for sharing, Trina.
Thank you for making me feel safe to share.
That last part when you were talking about the flower and the leaf blowing around on the beach, like to me, what I was hearing between the lines was like, yes, you're flowing between these different people, different vibes, different circumstances, but you're still a leaf. You're still a flower. Like, you don't change. And I think that's beautiful. And I love your reference to Rihanna's iconic looks.
Yeah.
I feel like in 2025, it's just not the same as it was back in the day when pop stars were just walking out in who the fuck knows what.
Exact meat.
And I'm like,
Oh my gosh, the me dress.
yeah. Like,
We need
I
big
need more of
moments
that.
like that again. Yeah. Just like, I want to look at someone and say, what the fuck are they wearing? I like it, but what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here?
what is that? What's happening? Honey, what's going on here? What is this? I love that. Thank you, Trina. That's really good.
Thank you.
Callahan, would you like to share?
Yeah, I discovered pretty quickly I am more comfortable with words. So I have a lot of words on here.
Yes.
Apparently I love a sweetheart neckline. Lashes are on to the gods. Little, I don't know, is that a mermaid dress? I don't know. I think I am just thinking about all the things that I don't have the courage to wear right now. But I would rock like 10 years ago. That's kind of where I'm seeing this little pear-shaped diva come from. So funny enough, like all the places I saw and all of the like comfort I was finding in thinking about like feelings and smells and experiences, it was all outside. I was outside. Sunshine. I wanted like something like a cool breeze on a nice day, but still have like the sun on my face, like feeling the warmth of that in contrast to the cool on my skin. There's something about that makes me feel very alive and present, and I didn't think of that until I was trying to put myself somewhere. And so some words that came to mind, some words that I wrote down, because let me tell you, the first word that came to mind when you gave us the prompt of what describes you, and I might be misquoting, but my brain said to myself, efficient. Please don't put that in my obituary. Like, why Why? That girl
Okay,
was
AI.
nothing if not efficient.
I don't understand the problem. Actually, being efficient in life is
I
fabulous.
mean, I really found cross collaborative opportunities to be efficient. I said welcoming, organized. I think I went with organized. It was a little bit better. Unapologetic.
Mm.
I love the feel of smooth suede. That's one of those things that I could just like ball up and feel all the time. It's very comforting. And then I said welcoming, safe, loving, understanding. And then I drew sort of that like fireball of the sun that reminds me of the 90s when there was like it was like a blue background with like an orangish moon and sun everywhere. I felt like sometimes the moon and the sun had a face on them.
They did.
And it was, I don't know why, it just reminded me of like taking that identity of either like being in the light or being in the dark. Like, are you a daytime person or are you a nighttime person? And so I like that sort of more like, I'm also an Aries, so like the fire representation of the sun, not just like a smiling circle, but it has like flames and different dimensions and colors coming from it. So it shines bright, but there's a lot of dimension to it, and that just like connected with me because I'm efficient.
I'm going to leave that one there. I would like to...
It's a lot to unpack. It's okay.
Oh, yes. Disclaimer for everyone listening. This is not therapy.
No,
I'm not licensed. Well, first things first, I noticed that both you and Trina had waves. And I also connect with nature and water, and I love to go to the beach and like be by the lake. So, if I may reflect for you, Callahan, I noticed that you started with your pear-shaped diva, and you said, this is, like, I don't really have the courage to wear this now, but this was maybe like 10 years ago. And then you spent much more time talking about the sun. And I almost feel like that sun was how you felt, and like how you felt the most like you.
Yeah.
And I
that
thought it
makes
was
sense.
interesting that the pear-shaped diva was like, she took up a lot of space, and like
Yeah.
we gave her that space. Like,
Sure.
thank you for being here. But like, I
Yeah.
think the real juice was with the sun, and I think that was very interesting. Like, just even the way you talked about it.
The dimension and like the, yeah.
Yeah, the different
Like, I could
colors
feel
and
the fire
aspects.
inside of you.
Oh, that's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you both for
Yeah.
participating and sharing your reflections.
Did you do one as well, or were you just facilitating us? Like, I
I
would love
was-
you to share as well.
I was just facilitating this time.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
In my full-length workshops, I also create.
Okay. Do you
and-
pick a different medium each time, or do you tend
No,
to
I'm always in
gravitate?
Canva.
Okay.
I
Okay.
am a Canva girly. Like,
Okay.
we are waiting for Canva to endorse me.
Canva.
If you're listening, yeah, that's really great. So you have another workshop coming up. Can you tell us, within your experience and your background within events and being sort of this curator of safe spaces for people to explore, what exactly was that born from, and how do you, like, what is your most common feedback when these types of things come to a close and there's been time to see it all?
So, what it has been born from, I think that I have been working towards this my whole life. I do believe that. Because I remember hosting my first birthday party in 4th grade, and like, I was so excited. And guess what? 2 people came. 2 people. And I
Oh
cleaned the
my
whole
God.
Intimate
house.
get together.
Yeah, a little intimate gathering. Little 10-year-old me cleaned the house. I picked out all the games we were going to play. I was so excited because that was the first time I had friends over.
Okay.
And my one friend, Nate Wheeler, got me Cheaper by the Dozen on DVD. And
Shout
I
out Nate
love
Wheeler.
that movie.
Yeah.
One. Wow.
I still have it.
Oh, amazing.
But anyways, so like I feel like I can find threads throughout my life of this like desire to bring people together, to be responsible for a community space, even if it's just for a day or a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I can see that all the way from fourth grade till now. And then when I was working with Trina, I started doing little team building activities. And we worked at a fully remote company, so it was all
wow.
on Zoom.
That's a task. I mean, what a challenge that could be.
And I didn't really even... Go ahead, Trina.
I was going to say, and they were like the highlight of the month. Like, we don't talk too much about like work here. Maybe we do. I try not to be like super negative, but I hate corporate jobs. I'm just now realizing. So in the darkest darks of our time at that company, the thing I would look most forward to are these little get-togethers and these gatherings. When Tom was planning specifically, were so fun. It really, like, you really do take something and elevate it. It's like whatever that something is, you really do have a knack for elevating it and making people feel welcome and safe and fun and entertained. And I really appreciate that about you.
Thank you for saying that. So yeah, I started doing my creativity workshops in corporate America, and like at the time, my whole mission was exactly what Trina said, was to make corporate workplaces, like to disrupt the workplace basically. And this was happening in 2020, so there was a lot of things going on in the world as well with the Black Lives Matter movement, specifically. And I was like, well, why aren't we talking about that? Like, we spend most of our time at work. Like, the least we could do is like be cognizant of what the fuck is happening outside of work. So that was kind of the impetus for doing it in the workplace, is like trying. And some background, like I had went to other people in the company, like VPs, and said, hey, can we start doing this? And I just started doing it on my own, because like we all know in corporate America, those things they're not going to change. They're not going to change. And so I took it upon myself to be like, you know what? I'm going to create my own little bubbles, and like, this is how I want to work. And that's what I did. And then the like, to your other question, Callahan, the feedback that I get the most out of doing these is like, almost like such a sense of relief. Like, oh my God, I haven't just sat and thought about myself for so long, even if it was just for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like I haven't done that. And when I first started getting that feedback, I was like, oh, that sucks. Because like, I can't relate personally. I'm a very introspective person.
Yes.
But since doing this kind of stuff, I realized that most people don't just sit there on their couch like me and like, what do I feel right now? And it's like, okay, that's something that I can offer. Like, I can help people do that, even if it's just for 30 minutes. So then it started to shift a little bit more towards like away from like the corporate America kind of vibes, and more towards like helping individuals just be human in a world that violates our humanity every minute of every day. And then the feedback that I started to get was like, oh, I haven't like made art in forever. Like, I haven't sat down with a pen and paper and just scribbled, or like did a little stick figure, or drew a pear in a ball gown. Like, and I'm like, okay, that's another thing where like, I am an artist. I draw, I collage, like it's a very normal part of my life. But since doing these, I have learned that people really don't take time to create. And one of the things, if not the most important thing that holds people back, is the perception that they are not artists, is the perception that they are not creative. And that is my mission at this point, I believe we are all creative, and I believe that systems of oppression, one way that we are oppressed is our creativity is stolen from us. It is silenced. We, in our daily lives, we are busy, we are broke, we are tired. We have so many other things commanding our attention that we simply can't think about ourselves for 30 minutes. And I like this you might be able to tell, like, I'm very passionate about this because I believe that when people are tapped into their creativity, they have power, and that is one of the reasons why creativity is targeted by systems of oppression. Because when we are imagining, when we are letting our minds do what our minds do, we would be able to create a better world, and we can create a better world. And it takes all of us together thinking about what that could look like, what that would feel like, whose voices are prioritized, you know? Like, I hear a lot in, like, leftist circles, like, burning it down. Like, okay, that's great. But, like, what are we building after that?
Yeah.
Like, a better
Right.
world is not just going to appear out of thin air. Like, it's
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to take
It's not anarchy.
generations of work.
Yeah.
And part of that work is just imagining what it could be like. So
It's almost like the very
that's how I'm
first
there.
step, just
Absolutely.
imagining what it could possibly be
Yeah.
like.
Mm-hmm.
On a very like personal note, I like everything that you are saying really resonates with me. I think I just realized this year that I can be creative, even though I haven't yet figured out in what way that is yet. I am more open to trying new things and trying to figure that out. I think I am 100% one of those people that never thought that it could be me and had it stolen. But I would always think back, 'cause like Callahan and I used to work together as well, and she was in a different department, and I would always be really excited for opportunities to work with her on what she was doing. And I always felt kind of stifled and like trapped in the departments that I was in. And almost all of my, maybe, yeah, except for one job. In every job, like I was just doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing, what I got my degree in, what I was good at, even though I didn't necessarily like it a lot of times. And I would always look across the hall or down to the other side and think, like, I wish I could be with the creative department doing anything that they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. I don't have those skills. It's not me. And now it's kind of fucking me up a little bit, realizing like it actually could be me. I just don't know how right now because I haven't been able to give myself the permission, the freedom to try. And now I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying.
Hell yeah. I love to hear that. And like what you
Yeah.
were just saying brought up two things in my mind. Like when you were talking about like that's not what I'm good at, though I don't have those skills, that's not what my degree is in. That made me think like, oh yeah, like we tie so much of our identities to our work, and like we
Yes.
base a lot of our the way we think about what we bring to the table is very closely tied to what we bring to work. And like I think Trina, you really highlighted that. Like some people work in creative fields, and like those are the creative people, and then the rest of us are over here sending emails. Like,
Yes.
and it doesn't have to be that way. go
Even
ahead.
excuse, sorry.
No, go.
When you said that, it's like this. A lot of agencies are divided that way. You're either on the creative side or you're on the account side, and it came down to even the type of computer we had. Everybody under the creative umbrella got a Mac.
Yep.
And so we had access to just like more creative tools, even if, and so let's say someone on the PR side, like they got some Getty images or something, they couldn't just like hop on to Adobe and revise a couple things before they sent out a press release. It always included, like, it was stifled to the point of like, you don't touch that.
Yes.
It's not your expertise.
Yes.
And so it wasn't just a like perception of like, oh, they're having fun over there. It was this sort of like, haves and have not. Like they have these tools because they have the skills and the ability, and you don't. Go back into Excel or whatever, you know?
No, that happened. That you just like triggered me a little bit because like it brought back some memories of those things happening, because there were times just like that where like, I may not have thought of myself as a creative, but I was able to make a change to something if my client wanted to change the color of her background to be blue instead of red, or change the text of something. I wasn't even allowed to enter this creative document to do the things that
Wow.
our client was asking us to do.
Yeah.
It had to be someone from the creative department, someone with those skills, someone with those tools, someone with those experience. Even though I had a little bit of experience with those things as well and could do it, I still wasn't allowed to do it. And I think, it very much so was like, get back to sending those emails.
Yes.
You can't do this over here.
Right.
And it wasn't the creative people that were saying that. It was
No.
it was the C-suite and more people that were sending emails and wanted me to be like them, which is also interesting and frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even in the art world, like, if you're not making money from your art, like, I feel like there's a perception that you're not an artist.
Right.
And I just hate how commodified it has all become.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I was thinking about from what you said, Trina, was like, because you were saying, like, I just haven't figured out how I'm creative yet, or in what ways. And I love that you said that, because another thing that I like to encourage folks to think about is, like, creativity doesn't mean creating art. It doesn't mean drawing or, being the next Van Gogh, or like being a ballerina. First and foremost, like, you can draw whatever the fuck you want to draw, and you are being creative. Like, that pear diva is creative. That heart dress is creative. The flower on the beach is creative because like I said, like, you literally created that.
Yeah.
And so you are creative because you just made that. But creativity can show up in a lot of other ways. Like in some of my workshops, I have somebody that comes on and tunes in while he bakes.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, first of all, slay.
Yes, I wish.
I have a friend who I was chatting with recently, and he likes to work on cars, and he like literally took off his muffler and installed something else. And I was like, do you think that was creative? And he was like, I guess, yeah. And I was like, yeah, you literally created something new. You changed, you modified your car. That is creative. Construction, building furniture. I know, like, there are some people in Milwaukee that like find the vintage furniture and like refurbish it and sell it. Like, that's creative. So like, there's a lot of different ways that creativity can show up. And it doesn't always have to be a like particular hobby or craft or whatever. It can just be what it is, like dressing yourself in a cute little outfit.
Yeah.
Creative.
Yeah.
Period. The hill that I will like, I might sound delusional, but I will argue that anything is creative.
My therapist told me that our highest self is oftentimes our most delusional self. So be delusional.
Be Delulu. I love that. Yeah, I think it's really helpful to do like journaling and introspective work, but I can really see so much value in this being a shared experience, because obviously we have a previous longstanding relationship, but when Trina was mentioning some of those things, I wanted to just kind of validate that, like, it was more than a perception. It was curated to be that way for you to feel, and it wasn't just you. And I was on the creative side, so I can't, it's not an us versus them thing from our side. So I wanted to validate that, but I do just see so much value in being able to express these things with other people, seeing how they can interpret, and bringing ideas that you might not have had yourself. Or been brave enough to have yet. So
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that's why another reason why I love doing what I do, because like when we're all sharing our things, like people are hyping each other up. They're like loving on each other and saying, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way," or "Oh my god, I love the way you did that." And it's just like,
Yeah.
it just makes my heart so happy. And that's why I am starting to or preparing for another big event in Milwaukee.
So this one's in person?
This one
Okay,
is
tell
in
us more.
person. And the demo that we just did, where we were like thinking about, ooh, when do we feel the most like ourselves? Like, whatever you came up with, imagine you are in that fabulous outfit or whatever that you thought of. Imagine rolling up to a party in that. Like, ooh, I feel great. I'm gonna see some art. You're gonna walk into the art gallery. There's gonna be artwork from local artists. I'm going to have about 10 local artists featuring their work in the gallery. And each artwork is a response to a prompt, like we just did.
Okay.
And the prompt will be like written next to the artwork, kind of like on a little museum placard.
That's
And
so
then
cool.
there's going to be materials at all the tables. And folks, will look around at the art and say, oh, that's a really interesting interpretation of that question. How would I respond to that question? And then they'll go sit down at a table and do their little doodles or drawing or write some words like you did, Callahan. And then they'll take the art that they made and put it up next to the art that's already on display.
I love that.
Wow. Okay. That's really
So,
cool.
yeah, so we are creating a gallery together.
Yes.
So for those in the area that want to join, how do they learn more about it? How do they get their tickets? How do they get in?
So it is important to me that this event is free. So first things first. You can learn more about it on my Instagram at its_Tom Bragg. I'll be posting updates. Right now, I'm in the fundraising phase.
Okay.
So I am collecting donations to help cover the cost of the events. I'm not making any money off of this. Everything that I raise is going to cover, the venue, the food, the beverages, like everything I raise is going to put the event on. Like I'm not making anything off of it. So there's a GoFundMe for that. Registration opens on October 1st.
Okay.
We're getting closer.
Yeah. So the best way to find out about that is on my Instagram. There will be, even though it's a free event, there will be an RSVP required.
Yeah.
So you'll just fill out your little form, get your spot.
Are you limiting registration to a certain number so you can keep it?
I am. Yeah, that is one of my considerations for COVID safety.
Nice. Amazing.
Yep.
And for those who might not be in the area or are maybe a little late and try to RSVP past the capacity,
Yeah.
how do they find you for a digital workshop? Is that your Instagram as well?
So I am on YouTube as well. That's where I do most of my workshops. I do live. It's a live stream format, so you don't have to be on camera or on mic. But you can, and a lot of the engagement happens in the chat. So folks will be chatting to each other there.
Nice.
So you can follow me on YouTube. It's the same as my Instagram at its_Tom Bragg. And then I also host members only workshops for a community of co-conspirators that I'm a part of. It's called Heal Your Way Forward, founded by Maisha T. Hill. So those workshops that I host for that group are specifically related to liberation. Like one of the workshop that I host there is called Vision Boarding Your Role in Liberation. And so it's like imagining how each one of us can contribute to the better world that we imagine. So if you want
And
to
that's
join,
step one, imagining the
seriously,
better world.
yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, and we do it in
Good
community. So
Yeah.
if you want to learn more about that particular piece, you can look up Heal Your Way Forward on Instagram. There's a website. There's also a book if you want to start there.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your loyal listenership. But also,
I will be
allowing us
commenting on this one.
as you should. Yeah, you can find. Listen, if all else fails, you can find Tom in our comments. Okay, he's right there.
On Spotify.
But
Follow me
no,
on
this
Spotify too.
yes. No, this is amazing. I needed this. I needed this reminder, and something not just to practice when someone like comes and puts it in front of your face, but to make the effort to do it for ourselves. So thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Everybody
Thank
make
you for
sure
having me. I
you,
also
Tom.
want to plug again that I
Yeah.
am a Survivor girly. So, like, if you ever want a Survivor segment on your podcast,
It's starting
it's
soon,
coming.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to come back. I need a new obsession. I
Yes.
have got to unplug from Love Island. I need to. It's gotten weird.
It
So
is.
I need something to take my attention away, and it sounds like Survivor might be it.
Yeah,
and,
it's pretty good.
I'm gonna need your help because I've never watched.
well, it's so
good.
different now than it used to be. So we'll have a lot to talk about.
On that note,
We're gonna do this
don't
again
make
sometime.
mistakes. Yeah, we're going to do this
Yep.
again. Tom, it's been lovely. Every time I get
Likewise.
to spend time with you and be in your presence, I leave feeling better for it. So,
Thank you.
Honestly, same.
Mm,
yeah.
that's the impact I'm trying to have.
I'm obsessed.
Put that on
Thank
your
you,
list.
thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh yeah, you have to like plug your own stuff too.
Yeah.
Like and follow at nobs.
Oh yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for this reminder.
Yeah.
If you guys care about us a little bit and want to
Yeah.
learn more from us, you can find us at no.bs.pod on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube.
That's right.
We don't have Twitter
No,
anymore.
and we never will.
No.
We never will.
I was gonna
Thank you
say
so much for
R.I.P., but
listening.
honestly,
No.
no P, no P.
No P. No cap, as the kids say.
They're not saying that anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.